not going to say nothing, but football.
They be snitching?
No, but they be like, you know how they are.
I don't, actually.
No, okay, I mean, obviously, the worst sport. So, I mean, like...
Definitely, I can't lie with that.
Exactly.
My ashy? Oh, definitely. Not gonna lie.
Does this NIL rule basically like help y'all? Like the new law help us? And I was like, it makes me get money. Like, what do you mean?
Word.
So.
Oh, whoa. So wait, hold up. Time out. You actually can get money now, huh?
Yeah.
That's super lit.
I can get money.
So like, how's that?
I have a lot
we gotta talk about all that. So how does that work? Like.
So it's called like it's the NIL bill. It's name, image, and likeliness.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I had been already getting like asked to be a part of brands and like promote and influence and all types of stuff like that, but I always had to say no because like NCAA like owned me basically.
Trash.
Very. So I mean like we wanted to fight against that, so like I had gotten a deal, I'd asked my compliance lady and she was like, no, like you can't do it, and I was like, all right, cool. But then she realized that I had asked her so many times, and then she was like, hey, do you want to go to the Capitol? Did you see that on my story one time? So I went to the Capitol and talked to the basically like this committee about like the whole, basically I testified as an athlete in like representing all athletes in Texas. Sure. And I think that was like big, but I figured it out, and I basically told them how it is and like, hey, like we need to get paid for this, and passed it. And so now I can monetize my name, image, and likeness. And
you should be able to, honestly. Right. Like, to me, this has been a problem for years.
It has.
Like, even, like, if you go back and look at the 90s, if you go back to the Fab Five when they were at Michigan, Nike made millions of dollars. They even had a shoe called the Fab Five.
Yes.
Jalen Rose is literally living on welfare at the time. Chris Webber is living on welfare. So it's like, in my opinion, you are Janell Fitzgerald. There's no reason why Janell Fitzgerald should make money off of it. Janell Fitzgerald, like that's not even like cool to me. Like that, I don't even know. To me, that's not right at all, and it should have been like that. You know what I mean?
And it's so stupid. I mean, like, and that's what I was telling them. I was like, hey, like we put in all this work on and off the court. Like we should be able to, like, make money off of it too. I mean, like you're benefiting from it. Why can't I too?
You know what I'm saying?
Like you're selling stuff and posters with my name on it, but I can't do anything about that.
And that's not even right too, because what they try to say is, oh well, you get a free education, but if you look at it, all the money that they make from just y'all is like
it's probably way more.
Like it's crazy how much money they make, like compared to like the scholarship that they give y'all. So it's like, and I already like. Not that I could even talk on it too much because I don't play sports anymore, but my first year I actually played basketball at a school in Kansas, so I know what it's like to be an athlete and play. What it's like to be an athlete and be in school at the same time. Yeah. And to me, it's not even fair because it's like, okay, you have to wake up 5, maybe 6, like, go to weights, then you have to go to class all day, then after that you still have practice, then after that you might have to watch film or go to study hall, and then it's just like you have to do whatever you didn't finish earlier, and you do that every single day. So to me it's like, how, like, you know, like I remember even playing sports, my homie would be like, how else can I get money? I don't even have time to go get a job. Like,
no, and we're not even allowed to. So I mean, like, it didn't even matter. Like, even if you wanted to get a job, you couldn't. Even in off season, you couldn't. And if you did, like, you'd have to go through all types of compliance forms. Like, some people are actually able or were able to get jobs at like HEB and stuff like that. So I mean, like, that was fun. I mean, cool or whatever. I mean, no volleyball players did, but I know a lot of track people did. But they have a lot of time, like, off season. But like. I'm glad, like, I can't, like, I really can't, like, this is all I know.
Not for sure.
And that's what I was telling them. I was like, this has literally been my entire life. Like, I know nothing outside of volleyball and my social medias basically, school, but like other than that, like I don't know anything.
No, I feel you.
And so they're providing us with like an education about like, because now that we're able to like get money and receive products and everything like that, we have to do taxes.
For real?
So yes. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
I was like, I've never had to do this before. Like, I've had a job as a coach, and it's like, what is that gonna do? Like, I'm doing taxes, yeah, but it's like for what? Like, barely anything.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm actually like, this is my other job, I have to do taxes, and they're like, we're gonna teach you how to do that. We're gonna teach you how to time management more, and all types of stuff like that. I'm like, that's real life stuff that we need to know anyway.
Thanks.
So why wasn't this, taught before?
That's crazy. And you actually mentioned a good point, because I feel like a lot of people feel like how you feel when they grow up playing a sport, and it's like, all right, well,
we're stuck in a world that we don't know how to get out of.
Yeah, and it's like, and I can't even really blame y'all, because y'all spend so much time doing that one thing, training, and even just like the way they have y'all do stuff, like y'all can't post certain things on social media.
So
I know you can't go certain places, like, so it's like, it's hard to really get life experiences when you can't really live life where they try to keep you in a bubble.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like a leash. I've been on a leash for volleyball for a while.
No facts.
My entire life, honestly, because I mean, it's like in high school you can't post this because like, what if a college recruiter sees it? What if your coaches see it? Like, you're gonna get in trouble for that. So I mean, it's like people always see me as like, oh, you're an angel child. Oh, you're a golden child. I'm like, okay, well, I've had to be. Like, it's not like, I mean, obviously, it's not a bad thing like whatsoever, but hey, I'll take it.
No, for sure. So how was that process for your whole recruitment? Was it like one of those things where you had like a whole bunch of schools after you, or was it like Texas State was the school you knew you wanted to go to?
Well, honestly, I didn't want to get a school in Texas at all. And so I was like, this is so, And it's just like the recruiting process in general is hard. Like, it's so hard and so long, and it's so many conversations with different people, and you're young, you don't know what to do. You're still, especially in this generation, like, we don't really know how to talk on the phone like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, like, I'm a social person. I'm super outgoing. But even that was awkward. Like, I was like, I have to call them? Like, why can't they call me? And I'll answer and I'll talk to you, but, like, I have to start conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, that was hard. I had a couple schools I was super interested in. I was interested in Ohio State, Wichita State. I had to, there was just Delaware. Those were like my top contenders, I think. Oh, and San Diego. So.
San Diego or San Diego State?
I don't know.
I was about to say it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I don't know. But those were like my top places I wanted to go at first.
Mm.
And then I went on my visit here. This was I think my first visit.
Mm.
And I went on a visit here with one of my other friends now. Like, I'm friends with her now. But, I was like, I love it. Like, this is so, like, it's so family-oriented. Like, it's so fun, and we got to go to a game, and I don't know, it's just we got to meet the girls, spend time with the coaches, go around town with the girls, like, actually get to know them, because I don't know if you know this, but we were, like, one of the top recruiting classes in, like, of that class. So I think we might have been, like, number 9 or 8 or something.
That's what's up.
Of, like, Texas State was, so.
I didn't know that, but I mean, it paid off, because I mean, y'all been killing it. Y'all 3-time champions now, so like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what's that been like? Like, what was it like not only winning conference, but winning it back to back to back? Like, what type of like work and pressure goes into that?
It's a lot of pressure. Sometimes the pressure can be overwhelming, but at the same time, it's always like, it's more of a drive than anything. Like, it might be pressure, but it's like, oof, I just want to do it again. Like, we don't know anything else.
Mm.
So, like, if we did, which, God forbid, we lose, then we're going to be like, what?
Mm.
And that's just going to, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah,
like, that's terrible. So, I I don't know. It's a target on our back. Every school, like as our coaches usually say, like every school has a target on your back. Like every single time they want to beat y'all because we had one of the best records the entire year. We went 31-9 this year. Like,
congrats on that.
Thank you, but like that's insane considering we played a fall and spring season, and we played 40 matches. Like that's unheard of. That doesn't happen. So I don't know, but just I don't know. We're getting a lot of great people this year, and it's just gonna keep going. I'm excited.
That's what's up.
I'm so ready for season. Y'all better be there.
No, for sure.
But really.
So do y'all feel like y'all get like the worst team's best game? Like even if you play the worst team, you know, like all right, we're about to get their best game because they're really coming to like come for us.
Like people literally have a game plan out for us. I mean, like that's every single team, but they actually take time and like find our weaknesses and like make sure that they know it and what we're doing. So we have to be on top of our games just as much as they're on top of their games because they're going to try to work on our weaknesses the whole time. I mean, just as we are with them, but I don't know. It'll be fun. We're a pretty scrappy team, so we figure it out no matter what, but we're also like big bodies, so we'll power through it at the same time.
No, I feel you.
No, you gotta do something, like.
No, it's crazy because I've actually seen y'all like come back from behind before.
Yeah.
So like y'all got a squad for sure.
We play with. It's very easy to get complacent, especially back to back to back.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's very easy, but like I don't know. We did lose 9 games, which the 9th being in the tournament, but we went on a 5-game losing streak, because in the fall we lost 1 game, so it's like we did all of that damage during the spring against bigger teams, which go figure. Like we knew that was gonna happen. At the same time, like we still fought, we still got better, but we were preparing ourselves for NCAA. So I don't know, playing with our chip on our shoulder. We went on a little losing streak, but then fought back to figure out how to beat Baylor. So, it's just kind of like a battle within yourself and battle against your team. How do you get better? How do you work hard the next day? How do you come in and give it your all and get better 1% every single day?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Joe Supreme. Quick little PSA. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you guys haven't been supporting the show and you'd like to support the show, you can do so by liking, subscribing, and just passing it around. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Just sending it to your friends, putting it on your story. Anything helps. If you would also like to support the show in other ways, you can hit the Cash App right here to help us not only get more props, but just do bigger things. You know what I'm saying? Go bigger. Just have everything just grow. You know what I'm saying? So, again, hit the Cash App right here. Thank you guys so much for watching Player Circle, the show. Back to the show. So how do y'all, because that's actually really impressive to me, like how do y'all figure that out as a team? Because I know as an individual, it's probably easy to like have your mental, like, okay, I'm coming in today, I'm about to work, I'm about to go hard, but how do you get everybody else to buy into that too?
We all have the same goal. Like, we say Sweet 16 all the time. Like, we really do want that. Like, at freshman year coming in, we were like, okay, we want, like, our real, like, goal was, it was ring season. Because the year before, they had lost in the finals against Coastal. So, it was ring season, we're fighting back. They would send the video of them losing. Coastal celebrating. And then we're like, what? That's not happening this year. So, it's kind of stuff like that. Like, if we need to, like, see ourselves down bad, then I guess we will. But, I don't know, just gotta fight. Actually, no, we have a very, like, in-depth, like, we have a lot of people on our team. So, there's people fighting for your position. Like, you have to be better. Gotcha. You have to work against each other, but it's friendly competition. Like, yeah, I'm working just as hard as you, if not harder, but we're gonna still make sure each other gets to that level, you know?
No, for sure. And that's really cool too to me because I feel like in a lot of situations I've seen teams that had a lot of talent, but the issue was they were all fighting so hard for that position rather than actually for the goal.
Yeah.
So how do y'all balance that too?
So I've seen that happen a lot actually with a lot of teams. I really don't have an answer for you for that. TCU, like, by all means, every single girl on that team is amazing. I've played with them. I've played against them. Like, they're all very great people, but sometimes they just can't figure it out as a group, and we took advantage of that when we played them.
I was there.
Yeah, exactly.
I was on the camera.
Like,
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, but then they figured it out and saw that we beat them how we did the first time, and then they came back to our court and decided to do the same to us. And we were like, how rude, like, what was that? Oh, I don't even, that was literally, like, crapping the bed. Like, I don't know, that was the most embarrassing game ever. Because it was just, like, we all knew that we could have it and that we could do it and that we have done it before. But then it was like we came back and we were all lost. And it was like we didn't know how to play volleyball together again. And we were just like, this is weird. I don't know. We had never felt that before. But we figured it out. It took a little bit.
No, for sure. Y'all seem to always figure it out. So
hey, our coach is right there in our ear. We got to figure it out some way.
So how has that been, like, having a male coach? Because I've seen it a few times, but I'm not really used to seeing that.
Yeah.
Like, what's that been like for y'all?
Well, we had Chisholm, Karen Chisholm, for the first couple of years.
Know who that is.
She's a statue at Texas State.
Oh, word.
Like, literally has been coaching here for how many years? 40 years? She coached here for 40 years or something like that.
Gotcha.
And then she just retired. So he just stepped into this position. He's figuring out, just as we're figuring out, how to make that shift of going from assistant coach to head coach. But great person, love him to death, very personable, so that's very well. He knows more, like, he understands morals, and I like that a lot.
That's big.
Like, he's a great person. Like, he literally, like, he's a gay white man, and he has a black son that he adopted, and I just love that. Like, his whole story, it's great. It's inspiring. So, I mean, just to see that, and then, like, at the same time, like, I've always had male coaches, so that's what I'm kind of used to.
Got you.
But they're usually really hard.
For real?
Like, they're tough, and they're really good at volleyball.
No,
So, like, we'll play against him. He's so scrappy. He'll push the ball, and we're like, wait.
Oh, he's cold?
He's cold.
Dang.
He's cold. And it's like, what? Where did that come from? Like, I don't know. I played for one of the top coaches in, like, the nation. Like, people try to be on his team, like, move to be on his team and stuff. That was one of the toughest experiences in my entire life. Oh, God. We would get weighed in, like, before practices. We had a diet. You couldn't have nails, couldn't have lashes, you couldn't have anything. Nothing.
That's crazy.
Like, you have to be all natural. Like, there you go. This is you. You're playing.
Just
he was from
weight,
China, though.
Like,
like, the weight. Like, and then we'd
I've
have
never heard of that. Like, only in boxing.
We'd have a terrible punishment if you didn't, or if you weighed over what you did last time. And I was like, yeah, no.
So that was really the point, to make sure that you didn't gain weight?
Right.
What if you gained muscle, though?
He was like, I can tell. I was like, okay. But hey, he's one of the best for a reason. So, I mean, I guess, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, it paid off.
He understood the assignment somehow.
No, for sure. So how's it been balancing everything you've been going through with this season, as far as just, like, playing with your team, traveling, COVID, and school? Like, how do you balance all that?
It's hard. Don't say you don't. Like, you gotta figure it out. You gotta cram where you got to. I don't know. And I have a dog, so it's like I kind of put that one on myself. But I don't know. It's hard. You push through it. You do homework on the road. You read on the road. You get hurt. In this case, you get home class on the road. Like, it was a bunch. But usually we hadn't had, like, online classes. So, I mean, like, it wasn't as, like, beneficial as this was. But at the same time, like, I don't know. It was pros and cons. But
No, for sure.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting going back to class because it's weird. Because, like, at first, okay, so freshman, sophomore year, it was, like, wake up. Okay, this is a fall day. Wake up, go to class, or eat, go to class, eat, go to probably 2 more classes or 1 more class, depending on the day, and then go to practice from, like, 3, I think it was, like, 2 to 6.
Dang.
Yeah, because it was like 3-hour practice, 1-hour weights, somewhere around there.
Like,
and
no break in between, just boom, boom, like, back to back?
Yeah. And then, I mean, that's how my club was, too. We had 4-hour practices, so it's kind of used to that. It's hard, but you get it out, you live it. And then after that, you would, if you were a freshman, you had to find out when you were going to get your study hall hours in. That means you got to go in there in the academic advising center. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And then you like go in there and you check in and you do your homework or read or you do something, and you have to have a certain amount of hours per day. But thank God we don't have to do that anymore, because if you keep your GPA up, then you don't got to go in there anymore and just do it at your house or something like that. So
No, facts. That just sounds extra.
It's busy.
Like.
It's busy. It's so busy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, relationships and athletes. How literally people are like, oh my God, like, I want to date an athlete. I'm like, yeah, okay. Until you find out we don't have time for anything.
Don't have time for nothing.
So like, if we give you your time, we give you our time to text you back.
You gotta take it seriously.
To FaceTime you, then you know you're being interested, like your interest is there.
That's a big key right there, fellas. If you're getting the text back from Janell, she's paying you any attention.
Okay.
You gotta know. You gotta know. You just heard it on the show, so just for the future.
For the future.
So, like, when do you ever have free time then? Like, is there like no free time, or is it just like
an off season? During the fall, I don't really have a lot of free time. Because we're traveling during those weekends. I don't even go home.
Dang.
I don't see my mom during the season unless she goes to my games. Like, it's hard. I'm a very family oriented person. Like, I'm always at home or driving back to Dallas or something, right? But no, not during the fall. Only during the spring and summer. Sometimes summer, because we get about 2 weeks off. And then we gotta come right back up here and start workouts again.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, bro, because like that.
Dude, it's so hard. I swear, it's not for the weak-minded.
I really don't think people give y'all credit either.
And then people take. I mean, it's more people take away from us. They're like, "Oh, you're an athlete. You get this, and this." Da da da.
Like,
and then it's like, okay, but I saw this one meme. It was like, I don't even remember. It was like, all of y'all are there whenever the lights are on, but who's there and the lights are off and you're training or something like that. And I was like, that part, because it's hard, but nobody gets it.
They don't see what y'all be doing at like 6 a.m.
No, because that's during this. I know that's during the spring. Those 6 a.m. like practices and stuff.
Some people can't even study for 4 hours, so
I know my attention span. 4 hours?
Not bad. That's just tough too. Like any type of like, because I even remember like being in basketball. When I got to college, we started having 3-hour practices. Because 2-hour practice is like the max in basketball. If you go over 2 hours, yeah, you're if you go over 2 hours.
Really?
Like, yeah. You go over 2 hours, you're killing your players. Because like
basketball, it's running.
It's so much like quick movements and changing direction. You're just asking somebody to get hurt.
That's true.
And then I don't know if it's like this in volleyball, but like with basketball, like coaches just do the most for people to get into it with each other, especially in practice. Like they'll try to hype up this dude so he can start going harder against that dude.
Guys.
See, and I'm
Y'all
glad.
are guys.
So they don't do that to y'all. They don't.
I mean,
They won't tell like, hey, Janell's been killing it. Like you gonna have to step it up. Like they don't do that.
No,
To, like,
I mean I don't think so.
That's weird.
Our coaches don't.
They really do that to dudes. They really like try to like get in your head. Like, oh yeah, like he's been killing it. Like you gonna have to step it up if you wanna.
I mean, to a certain extent, it'll be kind of like after practice, kind of like, oh, y'all, like, good job, you did this good today, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, nobody else gets to go, but you get it. But, I mean, what did we do this past year? It was, like, 3 daily awards. It was, like, we did, like, a point system.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, like, whoever gets the most points on the boards, like, tally marks at the end of the week, it gets like player of the week and you get candy. So it's like, I don't know, like,
cool,
it sounds childish, but it's like low-key, it's rewarding and it's super like, oh my god, I'm player of the week this week. Like, I haven't been player of the week this whole week.
No, for sure.
But it's like mind, body, and spirit award. So it's like your mind, who had the best volleyball IQ this week, or who was thinking ahead, like talking, communicating more, you know? What was that? Mind, body, who gave all their effort, who did the best basically, and then spirit, who was like basically like woo woo, you got it. But I don't know, or who like, what is it, like who, it could also be like who gave it all their entire day, their whole practice. Hey, gets you through the practice. It's like, I got points. Are we doing this for points today? So it's like stuff like that. And then you'd see how many people who have this many points. You'd get it for winning a drill. You'd get it for every serve you made into like a certain zone. So it's like little stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm still working hard, but I'm still working against my team to try to be the best player. So.
No, that's actually a really creative way to do that, honestly, because I just feel like that's a healthy way to like get people to compete, because it's like, okay, you're working for more so a reward than, oh, I'm trying to be better than Janell.
Yeah.
So
like we're all trying to be better. We're all trying to be good.
No,
Let's
for
go.
sure.
Like it's a team effort for sure. We all be struggling in there together. So I mean, might as well be better together.
No, I feel it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joe Supreme. Quick little PSA. Just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting the show. If you guys haven't been supporting the show and you'd like to support the show, you can do so by liking, subscribing, and just passing it around. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Just sending it to your friends, putting it on your story. Anything helps. If you would also like to support the show in other ways, you can hit the Cash App right here to help us not only get more props, but just do bigger things. You know what I'm saying? Go bigger. Just have everything just grow. You know what I'm saying? So, again, hit the Cash App right here. Thank you guys so much for watching Player Circle, the show. Back to the show. So.
Be like that. Those effigies crazy.
No,
that team running go crazy.
What type of running do y'all have to do? Is it more so like suicides, or is it just like straight down and backs?
Yeah, it's about like quick stuff, because we're a quick sport. Recently we've been doing a lot of stairs. I think, apparently from what I've heard, we're like one of the most like fit and like most conditioned team, like that's like running wise and conditioning wise, compared to a lot of other teams.
Really?
Yeah. Like, oh, y'all do conditioning here? And they're like, yeah, y'all don't? They're like, oh, we barely run. And we're like,
I can't lie though, it shows though, because y'all really
those 5 sets, those 3rd, 4th, and 5th sets. Bro. What? Those are the killer. If you start strong, don't worry, we'll finish it out for you. We got you.
Nah, facts. Facts. And that's actually a good thing too, because even in boxing, you see that in a lot of sports where like somebody may come out strong, but then later on they start to fall off because they get tired.
That endurance goes
for sure.
Stupid.
What's a good thing y'all got it, man? I mean, y'all's coach, I know he probably be killing y'all, but be paying off.
We do like push 5s. Like, okay, if a ball hits without like giving effort, then we do like a push, whatever. He'll say push 3, push 5. So a push is so sideline, and your down and back is 1, so 5. So push 5, touch 10, basically. And yeah.
Just for like anything, like if you just like
if we work for water, so if you get like if we're about to go get water, we gotta work for water, like for as a team or whatever. So I mean, water breaks are like built into practices, so work for waters are built into practice. What else? If a ball hits, sometimes he'll be like, go up to 111. So next time y'all go into the gym, look up the stairs and see 111, and you will see where we run all the time. And so from the gym floor all the way to the top of the stadium, like go touch 111. You didn't go for that ball. Go.
That's kind of scary because those stairs up all the way at the very top, they're like really
like
thin.
Little,
yeah, nah,
I know.
For sure.
Even we run those all the time.
For real, that's dangerous.
We did it like, I think we had like, I don't know, we do like short. So short is stopping at like, I guess that first level or that second level. I don't know what level it is, but we'll do short. Like, I don't know, what was it? Monday, Tuesday last week we did like 2 short, 1 long. So short, then long, and then walk around, and then we did that 5 times. And then the next, or like 2 days later, we did like 2 longs, 1 short. So it was like, I don't know, it just kind of depends. It depends on what you want, what he's looking for that day.
Depends on his mood. If he's in a good mood, he'll chill out.
Well, I mean, that's usually our strength coach who runs us like that, but push 5s is coaches.
Got you.
And goes crazy. I hope we don't have to run the mile today. I mean, not today, but this year.
No, for sure. I feel you. So y'all actually have to go on the track like sometimes too?
Well, we used to have this thing called the Mahler test, and that's like...
Is it like the pacer?
It's like a whole bunch of different tests that have points. So another reward system. You work for your points, so that's lifting, so you're gonna like working on our maxes. So that's basically it's us maxing out, but for points. Makes sense, kind of. So like every time like, or for our vertical for our speed, so we'll do like a 300, but that's like we'll do it in the gym instead of outside, and then we'll do a mile usually. FNGs. They're FNGs, but now I guess they're 110, 111s because they changed the letters up there. And that's like a suicide on the court and then run to the top of the stairs and like under a time, and that's FNGs. And I'm telling y'all, we be working. Y'all don't see it. We be working.
Suicides, that just sounds crazy.
Oh, I'm telling you, go ahead. Y'all can try it if y'all want to. I promise you, it's not fun.
I'll leave that to you, fam.
You got it.
Not bad. Let y'all get that one. So speaking of y'all's team, what are y'all's plans for the future? Like, what goals do y'all have for this season?
Our goals, Sweet 16, like winning conference again and Sweet 16. I've said it since the very beginning.
Final Four?
We gotta get to Sweet 16 first.
I feel you.
We gotta get gotta take one step at a time.
Set the goal. I feel like.
Because before freshman year, we hadn't even won a game in the NCAA, like
really,
yeah. So I mean, or like the tournament. So, like we've made history every single year we've been here.
Got you.
Which is insane, but it's like we didn't win a game in the tournament. So then we went to winning a game, and now we're working to go to the Sweet 16. Like we want to win multiple, and that's it'll happen.
How would it feel to have four rings?
Well, I said it from the very beginning that I want 4, but now I'll have the chance to have 5 because we get our COVID year. So if I can fill this hand up, I go.
That'd be crazy.
That's always stupid.
No, that would be live.
I have a ring that I'm gonna do this in my next picture. So I'm like, it's gonna go stupid. I'm excited.
No, I feel it. But, no, y'all gotta get to that, man. You gotta get that 5th one.
That'd be crazy.
You got to. No, for sure.
What is it? Like, 3rd time the charm sounded great, but like 4P.
And then if you get 5, that's like Kobe got 5,
I know.
Magic got 5.
I'm like, come on.
You up there with the ghosts at that point. Like, and you already goated because I don't think has any volleyball team done what y'all have done since y'all been here. No, right?
No.
The back to back to back.
No.
So the 4P, like y'all about to make it really hard for whoever has to come.
I know.
Behind y'all, because that's some big shoes to fill already.
It's big shoes to fill, but I mean, I feel like we're on a good pace to continue, like, our recruiting, like, is getting bigger and bigger, you know, like, recruiting bigger people, like, taller people, and, top tier athletes. Like, we're like, we might have started it, we gotta keep it going, you know. Thanks. We're making a name for ourselves. I mean, at one point we were at number 11 in the country, so I mean, like,
that's hard.
We're there.
Did y'all ever get that top 10 spot, or y'all stayed around 11?
11. We were 11 and 15.
Gotcha.
I think we might have gotten 13 once, but I don't know. Very interesting. I'm excited.
Get that top spot this year.
I have to.
That'd be
excited.
Hard. Top 10?
Yeah.
That'd be super hard for y'all.
That would. I mean, we've put Texas State on the map for sure. I'm excited though. Y'all gotta support though.
No,
I'm not.
For sure.
I'm so serious. Like, COVID really put a little dink in our attendance.
It was weird, bro.
It was
like,
very weird.
It was just a weird time for everybody. Like, I remember, like, life just felt like it wasn't even real.
Like, it was like a dream.
I
was like, what is this? Yeah. Like, I was in my room for 21 days. I was like, ugh.
Just chilling.
I'm social. This is not it. I was depressed.
Dog.
It was so bad.
Even just, like, going to, like y'all's games, for example, like, seeing, like, only like a few people in the crowd, not because they didn't want to be there.
Yeah, it's because
it had to be like that. Yeah, like,
it was so weird.
It was weird, man.
Like, we didn't get to promote our games. Usually, we're out in the foyer, like, promoting our games. Like, hey, like, come Texas State volleyball games, like, getting our names out there, and then we didn't get to do any of that. That's how people come, like, know about us. They're like, oh, we have a volleyball team. I'm like, okay.
People don't even know we have a volleyball team?
Some people don't even know we have a volleyball team.
Tripping. For real. Like.
It'd be like that. I don't know. It's fine, I guess.
Nah, that's just weird, bro. Like.
I don't know. I don't know. We just let them have it. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, we do. But, I mean, if you didn't know, come to our games. They're fun. I promise you.
Y'all's games
are
fun.
And just, like, our spirit, I don't know. It just gets out there.
No, for sure.
Like, people come to basketball games more than volleyball games sometimes, and I'm like,
why?
Why, guys? Like, yes, support all Texas State stuff. Yes, do it.
I feel like some people just don't even know, though. Like, I feel like some people never even been to it. Because I remember, like, even being a kid, like, going to a volleyball game for the first time, like, I never realized how entertaining it was, like, especially the Olympics, like, seeing them go back and forth, I never realized how fast-paced it was.
It's fast.
I feel like a lot of people just don't know, honestly.
Well, now you do. Now you do. Let's go.
No, for sure. So, on this show, we like to do a segment called Say It With Your Chest, basically where I'm going to ask you something, you just answer it straight up, you know what I'm saying? Say it with your chest.
I'm nervy.
So, what is one thing you would like to see changed about women's volleyball for the NCAA or in general in the future?
That's a very hard question. That's like a loaded question. I mean, I would love to see more. I mean, I feel like there are a lot of black girls playing. Like, there's a lot. Like, at the very beginning, volleyball was more of a white sport. It really was. I mean, it's always been, like, it's not affordable to play. As somebody who, I mean, I grew up very, like, privileged. But it was, like, in a predominantly white area, you know. I was around a bunch of white girls. I mean, I wasn't ever the only black girl on my team, but I know a lot of my friends were. So I'd like to see a lot of more, like, colored girls get into volleyball. I mean, to be more affordable, to let everybody play. I mean, it's a sport. Like, there's no reason why.
Is it almost like Little League? Like, do they have, like, Little League set up?
So it's called club.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very expensive to play. It's almost like $5,000 a year sometimes if you're one of, like, top clubs. And I mean, I was at one of the top clubs, so it was very expensive. And it's basically like, yeah, it's like paying for your college in a sense, you know.
That's crazy.
But I mean, hopefully I'll get to change that. That's one of my goals. So, yeah, that's what I would like to see change.
Well, again, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. Everybody, this has been another episode of Player Circle Show. Make sure you please like, subscribe. And, hey, man, come out to the volleyball games.
Follow me on TikTok. What are you doing?
Hey, make sure y'all follow Janell on TikTok,
and on
Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. We're going to have the links below.
Yeah.
Again, 3-time champ, Janell Fitzgerald, Player Circle. We out. God bless.